In just a short time, MGM, a $10 billion empire, dismissed hundreds of managers, froze every investment, and left thousands of workers staring at empty inboxes that once carried schedules and pay slips. Behind the brilliant lights of the Las Vegas Strip lies a silence no music can drown out. Hotels that once glowed like palaces now echo with vacancy. Dealers who once turned cards with pride now sleep in the cars they can no longer afford to fuel. MGM was once a dream factory, born from Hollywood, fed by imagination and wrapped in gold. It sold hope. It sold luck. It sold the illusion that ordinary people could walk through its doors and live as kings, if only for a weekend. But somewhere between the balance sheets and shareholder calls, that dream was traded for something colder. Vegas used to welcome everyone. The waitress from Idaho, the mechanic from Ohio, the retired couple from Arizona. Now, a single night in an MGM suite costs more than their weekly income. The promise of belonging has been replaced by an invitation written in invisible ink, visible only to the rich. Walk the Strip today and you'll still see lights, fountains, and laughter on the billboards. But listen closer. The fountains whisper a different tune. The laughter sounds rehearsed, and the hum of slot machines hides a deeper hum. The sound of a city built on desperation, trying to remember how to feel alive. Vegas was never supposed to be perfect. It was supposed to be alive. It was the only city that understood life was a gamble and invited everyone to play. Now, it's a city where the game is rigged before you sit down. Inside boardrooms lined with glass and silence, executives speak of optimization, synergy, and cost control. They nod at screens flashing numbers that rise and fall like heart monitors. But the lives those numbers represent don't appear on the chart. Every efficiency measure is a person erased. Every strategic pivot is a family displaced. When they say reduce headcount, they mean cut the heartbeat. When they say premiumize, they mean remove the poor. And when they say recovery, they mean for us, not for them. Vegas didn't lose its crowds by accident. It pushed them out, through prices, fees, and policies disguised as progress. The velvet rope grew longer, the welcome shorter. A city once built on inclusivity quietly reinvented itself as a playground for the elite. But the city can't breathe without its people. Behind every light bulb, every shuffled deck, every poured drink, is a worker who keeps the illusion alive. Now, those workers are vanishing. Their absence doesn't make noise, it makes quiet. And in Vegas, quiet is the scariest sound of all. The Strip never sleeps, they said. But look closer, it isn't awake either. It's on life support, artificially lit, artificially alive. A spectacle that refuses to admit it's dying. Every casino claims business is strong. Every investor call claims confidence. But the metrics hide the truth. Fewer visitors, shorter stays, shrinking trust. The lights shine brighter only because there are fewer eyes left to see them. MGM once owned the roar of Hollywood, the lion that promised the impossible. That roar echoed through generations, from the Wizard of Oz to the glowing towers of Mandalay Bay. Now, that roar is a whisper, stretched thin through marketing slogans and corporate apologies. The symbol of imagination has become an algorithm of greed. Vegas was never meant to be exclusive. It was meant to be electric. It lived off laughter, not luxury. Off chaos, not control. But control is what killed it. The human mess that made the city beautiful was cleaned up, optimized, sanitized, and with it, the spirit disappeared. Walk through a casino floor now and it feels like a museum of motion. Machines spin, lights flash, but there's no pulse behind the glass. Dealers stand like statues, waiting for players who never come. The air once thick with excitement now feels filtered, engineered, lifeless. The smile of a server doesn't reach the eyes anymore. It's part of the uniform. Beyond the Strip, away from the billboards, the real Las Vegas is unrecognizable. Parking lots have turned into temporary neighborhoods. RVs and tents line the edges of the desert. Men and women who spent decades serving guests now serve time in the endless wait for things to get better. They once lived to make others feel alive. Now they just try to survive the night. They call it the Vegas disconnect. The distance between the people who create value and the ones who drain it. The bartenders, cleaners, cooks, dealers, those who built the dream, have been priced out of the dream they made. They work beneath the same neon lights they can no longer afford to live under. And yet, from the windows above, executives toast to record profits. The contradiction is staggering. Vegas used to turn small wins into legends. Now, it turns legends into losses. The city was built on luck, but now it worships certainty. Every bet hedged, every risk measured, every human replaced by data. The algorithm decides who belongs. It reads your income, your browsing history, your loyalty score, and sets your price accordingly. Vegas doesn't judge you by luck anymore. It judges you by your credit limit. This is the new architecture of greed, digital, invisible, efficient. It doesn't need security guards to keep people out. It just raises the price until they stop coming. But behind the numbers is a truth the data can't erase. A city without its people is just desert and light bulbs. The tragedy isn't that Vegas is dying. It's that it doesn't know it. It still performs its old tricks, lights, fountains, fireworks, hoping no one notices the emptiness between the sparks. But emptiness is patient. It waits, and every year it grows. You can't measure belonging in profit. You can't replace community with premium experiences. And you can't build loyalty on exclusion. Vegas tried, and it's losing. Downtown tells a different story. Away from the Strip, Fremont Street still breathes. It's messy, loud, human. Musicians play for tips. Locals laugh over cheap drinks. There's no algorithm there, no corporate strategy. Just life. It's what the Strip used to feel like before it sold its soul for spreadsheets. But the empire doesn't learn. It doubles down. MGM cuts staff, raises fees, builds new towers, and calls innovation. They say the lights of Vegas symbolize eternity. But even stars burn out when they run out of fuel. For decades, this city was a mirror of America, built on ambition, powered by illusion, sold as freedom. And now, as Vegas fades, so does the myth it represented. That greed could be glamorous. That profit could replace purpose. All empires fall, but few fall this beautifully. Vegas will not end with an explosion. It will end with a flicker. A final shimmer of light before darkness swallows the Strip. Somewhere under the noise, a whisper remains. A reminder that cities are not made of glass and money. They're made of people. And when those people are gone, the lights mean nothing. So the next time you see the glowing skyline, remember, not every light is a sign of life. Some lights stay on only because no one's left to turn them off. That's the true illusion of Las Vegas. Not the cards, not the shows, not the jackpot. The illusion is that the dream still exists. But dreams need dreamers, and most of them have already left. Maybe someday the roar will return, not from an MGM commercial, but from the voices of the forgotten, the workers, the wanderers, the believers who once made the desert bloom.